What up? What up? What up, world? We're here, man. We're gonna live stream this Friday night mocks. We had a little issues here with getting people into the draft, but we're here now. So I apologize for everyone waiting on that. But we're here. We got a full draft, and we're gonna get this show on the road. So thanks to everybody coming out. Um, Today is July 2nd. Happy 4th to everybody out there, and let's get this thing on the road. So looks like I drew the 101 spot here, and we're basically gonna go McCaffrey here. I don't think there's anything else we need to do there. So let's just go ahead and grab him and get this draft underway. So how you guys doing out there? Got Corin in the chat. What's up, guy? I know he said he wouldn't be able to be on the phone and watch the YouTube at the same time, but I appreciate him jumping out on that. So, King, you're up, man. Hopefully, you're here after all that. Where you at, my guy? Oh, it looks like he's here. He has his green dot. He's going Mahomes. Pretty sure he's going to follow that up with Kelsey. If he's available, or CEH. He'll probably go Kelsey and then CEH on the turn. So, we know that's going to happen. Dim boys, happy birthday, my guy. Happy birthday. Joining us, probably on your drive out to the middle of nowhere. Luke Campbell. Luke Camp, what up, what up? Thanks for being ready to jump in right away and getting in this draft with us. So, let's see. We are doing a 12-team SuperFlex PPR Redraft tonight. So again, we do these every Friday at 9:30 Eastern and 9:30 Pacific. I'm not going Fantasy Tycoon with my glasses here tonight. I actually forgot my regular ones inside, so I'm wearing these prescription ones for here now, or else I couldn't see anything. So let's see here. Dim boy saying I'm driving up to the campground. Jeez, I can't talk. But I'll listen as long as I've got service. So that's a true Git writer to the core right there. One of the OGs. So we appreciate that, my guy. And let's see how this draft is unfolding. So being at, Superflex, we know we're going to see these QBs come off early. We see McCaffrey and Cook, and then Jonathan Taylor. That's an interesting pick. Shout out to Andrew112691. New drafter here at Friday Night Mocks. So welcome to Get Right. And interesting pick there. So that's why we like getting new people in here. We get to see that. Still don't even see Henry coming off the board. I mean, I know it's a PPR, but that's interesting to me. So we'll see where he ends up going here. But pretty much no surprise here. As far as quarterbacks, I mean, Ron Swanson went Kyler Murray as the second QB off the board. I know I have Allen as my number 2, and then Prescott as my number 3. So Jackson and Murray here look like they kind of went a little earlier, which again I like to see. We got Ryden in here. Oh, what's up, Ryden? I thought we missed you, dude. I'm glad you got in here, man. What's up, my guy? He ends up getting Henry. Kelsey didn't make it out of the first round. Loader Fanta grabbing Kelsey with his first pick. So I'm interested to see how that team ends up churning out. And what's up, Mike? Saying he got this on the TV. Shout out to Mike, putting up some great articles on getrightff.com. If you guys don't know, go check it out. We have all of our rankings on there, mine, Frank's, Dustin's, and Mike's. They're all up there. We try to keep them, updated as we can, especially as we're getting closer here to the season. We're going to, be doing those at least probably weekly. So we appreciate you getting it up there. So let's see. Who else do we have in here? Shout out to Truth Pilot 44, brand new drafter here with us. Coming on the hot corner with Chubb and Elliott in the Superflex. I'm liking those two picks right there. Ryden with Henry and Barkley. Nice 1-2 punch there. Loader Fanta grabs Herbert, who I believe I have at number 6 right now. So he pretty much got taken right at his spot for me. And then we have Luke Camp going Prescott and Aaron Jones. And Howie, also one of the original drafters on that April 23rd night. He doesn't get to make it out to us as often, but he's definitely down and loyal when he does have the time to give to us. So we appreciate that, Howie. He's kind of the fourth or fifth horseman there. I think Calbeck grabbed that fourth horseman spot, but Howie was one of the originals in that first draft. And he autoed on us. Oh, he just came back. So remember to set your queue, guys. Set the queue. Set the queue. If you might miss it. So Howie, hopefully we get you back. I know there was a lot of stuff going on there before we got this draft started. So maybe you got a call or something, and hopefully we can get you back. So we have Corin here. Shout out to Corin. Coming with the two RBs right away with Kamara and Akers. Definitely liking that. So we'll see how that team turns out. We got Mike going, Eckler to pair him up with Allen. Allen comes back around and gets the top receiver off the board, and Hill. So we'll again see how that goes. See what quarterbacks end up falling to him there. Wilson goes Cook and Russell Wilson. Pretty steady there. I'm kind of worried here because I may not get a top quarterback here. So we'll see what ends up happening and who ends up falling here to me. But I'd say I'm a little worried. Being at that 101 is a little crazy sometimes. So we'll see what happens here. Let's see. Where are we at? All right, so Murray, Najee, like that pick. Gibson, so now it's coming back to me. And man, let's see who we can get here. Let's take a look at it here. I mean, Steph Diggs is always nice. I can go Joe Burrow, or I can just kind of wait now. DeAndre Swift or Mixon. I'm kind of in a tough spot right now. But you know what? I'm going to try something I don't normally do. I mean, I probably should go Steph Diggs here, but I'm going to see what my team turns out if I take me a little. Let's get crazy and take Waller since I've been hating on the Raiders. So let me see how this team turns out. Well, actually, yeah, I'm on the turn, so I'm going to go Diggs and Waller there and go with my little Skittles draft as I call it. So we'll see how this goes. No quarterbacks. We'll see how it turns out. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm sure you guys are shocked seeing that. Let's see. Yeah, the chat's going crazy here. Let's see. So still on King Saab there. If I had to guess, I would say he's going to go maybe CEH here. King. See what he ends up doing. Ooh, don't tell me he's going to be a waiver here. Let's see. No, King, where are you? There we go. Man, got another auto in here, but it looks like Howie came back to us right now. Let's see. Get this one out of here. All right, sorry about the dead air time, guys. Here, let me get this chat out of the way so you guys can see what's going on. So unfortunately, it looks like King autoed Hopkins there. Ron Swanson, shout out to Ron, coming out here with Ridley. So getting a quarterback, running back, receiver. I like that there. Oh, look at that. So Dim Boys is saying, all I got to say is you better fully commit to the zero QB if you're going to do it, Anthony. No half-ass on that strategy. So maybe I'll give it a shot, man. I don't know if I can get as ballsy as you did, but it's kind of fallen to me that same way that you were kind of talking about. I don't really like the guys available to me, so I'd rather just kind of wait and pick up some other talent. So maybe I'll try that. So we'll see. We'll see. And Martin, shout out there with our first F bomb 1-0 to you there. But shout out to the Dynasty Pylon. Appreciate you coming out and supporting and watching, man. Um, Move on with the next pick, dude. I mean, that's what we got to do sometimes. We just move on. But it looks like it's unfolding here pretty nicely. I like it because it's a little different. This draft's actually going in, very different than some of our, recent drafts. So I'm kind of liking this little mix here. But as you can see, when people kind of, start waiting on quarterbacks here, if that's how the draft is going, then you kind of just got to read that. If you see a lot of quarterbacks coming off the board, you kind of got to get in while you're there. Otherwise, you can kind of just read it and see how it plays out. So, I have another 13 picks here before, I get to do anything else. So we'll see. I'm a little worried again who's coming back to me, but at this point, I think I'm going to go with Dim Boys and just say forget it and let's go with the 0 QB and see if I can make it happen. So he said don't go 7th or 8th round at least. So let me see if I can do that, man. I don't know if I'll be able to hold on as long as you did, but if I start seeing them fly off the board, it might be a little worrisome. Oh, I was hoping maybe Stafford might make it back, but again, that was 24 picks. So, and look at Ryden snatching up 2 quarterbacks right out from under me. Ooh, that's tough. Let's see, Lord of Fanta, man, got that tight end early. Kelsey, Herbert, and then go Swift and Montgomery. 2 nice running backs. Considering you got them with your 3rd and 4th pick. Liking where you're going with that. Let's see, Luke Camp coming here. Prescott, Jones, Dobbins, and Tannehill. So he goes with the 2 quarterbacks, 2 running back strategy that we usually preach a lot here at Get Right. We have Truth Pilot. I don't want to forget about you over here on the turn. He went Justin Jefferson. Looks like he's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 receiver off the board. So that's not bad. Then goes Aaron Rodgers. We'll see if he ends up reporting or not. I think we're supposed to find out something about that today. I had to rush home and deal with this mock, so I didn't really get to get my my football updates today. So I apologize for that. There you go, Corn, getting my guy there at AJ Brown. I probably was going to grab him if he. I didn't want to say anything, but that's who I wanted to grab here if he fell back to me. But at this point, I'm pretty much going to be looking at running back. So we'll see who falls to me. It's probably going to be Josh Jacobs, but obviously I'm not taking him with Waller already on the team. So I may have to end up with Sanders, Etienne, Gaskins, maybe some Mike Davis, little James Robinson, not liking too much. And then we're definitely going to get into that, RB3 territory. So if I can get away with Sanders here, possibly with my next pick, I'd be pretty happy with that. Obviously, being on a live stream, if any of these guys are watching here, Ron King's still auto drafted here. King, gotta get back in here, man. Where you at? Where you at? And we got Wilson on the clock right now. Looks like Andrew took Jacobs. So I'm liking his team so far. He's kind of going the same strategy as me. No QBs here in the SuperFlex. So, again, we'll see how we both end up. So looks like Miles Sanders, Wilson took him. Probably listening to me there. So shout out to you there, Wilson, taking my guy. So here I'm probably just going to go ahead and go Gaskins, and probably going to follow that up with Kareem Hunt as my RB3. So we'll just knock those running backs there out of the way right away, and then kind of see which receivers, next 2 receivers kind of fall to me here at the next spot. So I should probably be okay on running back here. I definitely want to grab at least 1 or 2 more. But there's some guys down here at the end. Your Zach Mosses, a James Conner, Michael Carter, maybe even a Trace Sermon that I might be able to pick up here later. But I'm definitely looking to fill out my wide receivers next. If I can somehow get, an Amari Cooper, CD, Godwin, somebody like that to come back around to me, then, I'm definitely going to like that. So let's see here in the chat. I'm running this by myself tonight, so looking at both screens. Let me see here. No news on Rodgers, so appreciate that, Mike. Thanks for looking out. Oh, look at that. Dim Boy said Carson and Gaskins on the turn. I went Gaskins Hunt. So, Carson, Mike stole him from me there at the 4-7. But we're kind of thinking the same thing there, dim boys. So I ended up getting Gaskins and Hunt while you're driving. So I hope you're not watching, but just to keep you up to date, that's what went down there. Let's see. Looks like someone read my article. Hey, now that Gaskins, it's there, man. Get right. FF.com. Go check out his Gaskins article. Might get you a little excited. But I'm sure Dustin and I especially have been huge Gaskins fans since the end of last year. We've been preaching to him, since the beginning of this whole Friday night box. So we're right there with you, Mike. Right there with you, my guy. Let's see here. So what else do we got? Carson was gone already. My bad. Yeah, no worries. No worries. It happens, man. You're driving out to camping, man. Can't stay too in tune. That's why I'm here. We got it. So looks like Howie went with CD there. So no chance of me getting him. Looks like Evans is coming off the board, so most likely we're going to see, that nice run of receivers, should be starting to come here in the super flex. But as you can see, receivers went pretty early here in this super flex, so there might be some value here with some other picks later. And the best thing is not too many quarterbacks have also kind of come off the board here as well with my zero QB strategy that we're trying to do. I'd love to be able to come back and get Matt Ryan here possibly. But there's so many guys that have to pick their, second quarterback here. So I doubt he's gonna be there. Lord of Fantasy passes up Matt Ryan and goes Baker Mayfield. I'm not hating that at all, especially with Odell back. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Odell this year. He just got hurt last year. I think there was a chance for him to produce. Baker's continuing to mature, and with that running game, it should definitely open up their passing game and vice versa. So. And they have a nice defense. So the game should be close, and they should be in there. So, of course, Ryden comes around and takes Cooper. So he's not falling to me here. My wide receivers are just kind of falling off the board now. But there's still some nice guys out there that I can go with. I'd prefer not to go with Jamar Chase as my wide receiver 2. I'd love him as a wide receiver 3. But yeah, I doubt it. But if I can get Godwin or Julio to fall to me here, that would be nice. Then we're kind of coming into that Thielen, Galladay, Tyler Lockett, Bobby Trees, kind of situation. And in that point, if I'm kind of looking at those guys, I kind of just like Bobby Trees there with Stafford. He sees a lot of targets. I kind of would probably end up going with him if some of these guys end up coming off the board. So we'll see. All right. So it looks like King Sob's back in the building. Said, sorry, guys, he ended up getting an emergency calls. So, hey, man, that happens. No worries, dude. But yeah, no worries, man. Just glad to have you back and finish out the draft. It's not looking too bad. Looks like the ADPs have kind of been updated here, so it's not too bad of a draft there so far. So I'm sure with your drafting knowledge, you can finish this team out nice. So. Truth Pilot says here, dang these fat fingers, he didn't want Fields. So that's all right. That happens. That's why it's a mock. That's why we practice, just so we can get those things out of our system and it doesn't happen in our real draft. So let's see here, getting caught up here on the chat. Says, Dim Boys, I stopped to eat, so I'm watching for a few minutes. What's up, man? Happy birthday. What's up to the family? If you guys are all out there, definitely enjoy your time. And I'm jealous of being out there, man, doing the camping thing. I'm sitting here like 110-degree heat here in the desert, so definitely jealous of being around some trees and some water. That would be nice. And let's see here. What about the numbers Baker had without OBJ? That's a good thing. Obviously it looked like he was kind of force feeding Odell in the beginning, probably just trying to work that relationship. And remember, they didn't really have, they had an okay season the season prior to them getting Odell, but Odell was supposed to kind of come there and be the saver. So I think that was kind of the role they were trying to play and feed him those targets. But, once he did go down, it kind of forced them to be a more complete team, kind of forced him to be a more complete quarterback. And with him to be able to kind of put up the numbers he did, with Chubb still putting up the numbers that he was putting up, with Kareem Hunt, with those receivers that he did have, and Landry and I think it was Rashad Higgins and whomever else was there. I think once you insert OBJ there, and he, kind of knows that he doesn't have to just throw everything to Odell, and they could be a more balanced offense. I think that's just going to help with everybody all around. So, looks like a lot of these receivers that I wanted and exactly who I thought was going to fall to me, which was Jamar Chase. Like I said, I don't like him as my wide receiver 2. So just for the purposes of things, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a look at running back here just to see who's available. There's James Robinson, Javonte Williams. I mean, to get him here now and see if I can, I'll still get a receiver with my next pick. I may go ahead and do that just to kind of shore up my running back depth here, because he could be a potential RB1 on his team. I'm not saying a top 12 RB, but someone who's going to get, possibly 15 plus touches in a game. And he's my RB4, so I like that. And right here, I don't even want to look at quarterback. I'm just going to go right back to receiver. And really, I'm trying to decide between Woods, Kupp, Johnson, Lockett, Chase. Oh, it's a tough choice right in here. I have all these guys kind of the same, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and go Bobby Trees, man. I just love saying his name, so we'll bring him on the squad. I think it's a pretty safe floor with him this year, especially with Stafford throwing to him. He's in a good offense. We know what his role is there. So I'm happy with that pick. It's not, I don't think he's a sexy player, but it definitely is something that I can work with as my wide receiver too. And who knows, I can, possibly package some of these running backs with him and get a better wide receiver too. And again, that's nothing against Woods. I just like to have all elite players. I mean, who doesn't? So is what it is. So let's see here. We caught up here in the chat. Yeah. So hopefully, Mike. I keep forgetting to get the thing off the screen, but hopefully, Mike, that answered your question there, man. How I'm feeling with Baker and that Cleveland offense. I think they have a good chance to be in a nice balanced offense, especially with their defense. So I don't think they're going to be behind too much to have to just force feed Odell like that. So I think we'll be okay. Let's see. So Corin says, what can you say about my roster at the moment? So let's go ahead and take a look at his team over here. He's in the 7th spot with Kamara, Akers, Metcalf, Brown, Lawrence. Watson is where you're going to get destroyed by us here, unless you have some news that I don't know. Again, just wait on him. We've been in a draft where Dim Boys was actually able to pick him up last. So it kind of takes the whole room to just not get Watson. At that point, just kind of like Frank says, it's a waste of a pick. You could have got one of these other guys here instead of him there, or got a quarterback that's actually going to be playing. In Dynasty, I don't hate it because again, we know he'll probably play again. But as far as this year, he's pretty much shot. Not worth a 6th-round pick. But that's other than that, man, those first 4 or 5 picks, I'm really liking how you started. But you're definitely gonna get that. You're gonna hear it from Frank on Monday, Corin. So sorry about that, my guy. Sorry about that, man. So let's see. Let's kind of get a little recap where we are now that we have a good portion of this draft done. We're about halfway in the 7th round here. Pretty much kind of going, okay. Let's see. Truth Pilot, I'm really liking his team here on the end. He's probably going to go wide receiver here next, right into Rover. Definitely liking this team. I know you like DJ Moore a lot there. I'm just not as bullish on him, or if I use that word properly. But I love the Deontay Johnson pick right there. So completely redeemed yourself in my eyes there. Lord of Fanta, Kelsey, Herbert, Swift, Montgomery, Mayfield, and then Thielen and Lockett. So really solid there. Luke Camp, looking good there too. Got Evans and Julio. That's who I wanted. Ends up getting James Robinson as RB3, who I think is nice. You guys know I'm still, good on Robinson. I think he'll be okay. I mean, Etienne may take over, But again, with 17 weeks, I'd have to assume these coordinators are going to, run a little more of a running back by committee to try to keep these guys a little more healthy. Truth Pilot, my guy, you got him. Sermon. I ended up taking Williams instead. I probably should have went Sermon instead there, just being in a better offense with a better defense anyway there. But again, at the time, I just wanted to go ahead and grab him. So maybe a mistake on me there, but I thought think you got some good value there. I like your RB4 better than my RB4. So let's see. Luke Camp, we just talked about that. He finishes that off with Claypool. Nice wide receiver 3 there. Howie's team's looking nice here. CH and Mostert, doesn't have a true RB1. He's kind of riding here with a, RB2 and an RB3, especially if Sermon does end up kind of taking over there, or if they try to just limit Mostert, especially in the beginning of the year. So again, we're just going to have to kind of monitor and see how that all plays out. Corin, we just talked about you there. So yeah, just Watson, man. You don't have to take him. He'll be there later. Just let him fall, man, or just let him be somebody else's problem. Let's see. He says, I think he'll play having 21 cases. They would have found something already. It's not about that, just remember he can always go on a, what's that called? The commissioner's exempt list. So when they start the season, if that's the situation and it's still playing out in the legal battles, Goodell has the opportunity to just put him on the exempt list and, basically just sit there until whenever. So again, I would just kind of think about that. And again, just to me, it's not worth a 6th round pick. I just don't think it's the value. And again, just remember, it's not like, he's coming back and he really wants to play. He doesn't even want to play in Houston. So even if he comes back, what other franchise is now going to go try to trade for this guy that has 21 pending, sexual assault type cases, against them? So, it's going to be a bad look for whatever team's going to try to go get him. Plus, you're going to be in the middle of a season. So how's that going to disrupt that team, if that does happen? So again, the closer we get to the season, if he's not put on the exempt list or, outright been suspended or have some type of resolution there, again, I'm just not touching him. To each their own, go right ahead. But for me, I'm not messing with it. So, we'll see what happens. Let's see here. Said I was between Devontae and Chase, couldn't pass on the stack. And yeah, I just think you made the right choice. For you, exactly, having Burrow. But personally, I liked what he had going on. So I probably would have went, Deontay Johnson there myself, which is what I. Oh no, he's already gone. He's well gone. So let's see who I can get here. Sorry, guys. I guess I'm on the clock. I got to remember when I'm on the clock here. So let's go. This is going to be a pick for the Tycoon. Let's go ahead and take Devonta Smith. So let's go ahead and grab him on the squad here and just see how that turns out. So I'm going true 0 QB here. Do I try to take a quarterback now, dim boys? Tell me, where am I at, man? Do I go for the quarterback now? Who are we looking at? Zach Wilson, Carr, Roethlisberger, Jared Goff, and Winston. I might be able to mess with some of that. Considering I have Waller, you guys know I hate it, but let's go ahead and go with the stack and grab me some Derek Carr on this team. I don't love it, but it is. So let's see. Tell 67, not a big deal, but how was I booted? Man, how were you booted? I'm going to have to look into that, man. I know we had 2 people here that weren't on this draft, but let me see. Yeah, so I don't see you in the PST draft, and I already deleted the old one. So I don't know if maybe you didn't ready up in time. We were like 20 minutes late for this draft anyway. So I thought we got everybody that was in that room, but it was all hectic and chaotic, man. So if you did get booted from it, man, I do apologize. And you'll get the first ticket in next week and we'll get you in there, man. But that definitely was not on purpose. The only two people I thought didn't make it were Ryden and FF Season, but it looks like Ryden did make it in here. So maybe that's how it happened. I'm not exactly sure. Um, but yeah, so I'll get you in again, dude. You know what's going on. But shout out, man. Appreciate you being here on the stream. And Dim Boy said, "Hell yeah, you did it, yeah, man." So I held out, dude, for as long as I could, man, till the ninth, and got Derek Carr. So I don't know if I could have won another 24 picks. People already grabbing their third QB. So let's see. King Sab grabbed three QBs. Swanson had three QBs. Wilson had three QBs. Mike has three QBs. Everybody else has two before I even took one, or except for Andrew here. Me and Andrew are going true zero QB strategy. He caved in a little before I did, um, grabbing one in the sixth. So we'll see how it turns out, man. Again, this is not how I normally draft, and it just kind of, when you're in that one spot there, and just kind of who I had available to me, I'm not a real big on Burrow, and I felt it was a little too early for Stafford. At that time, it's probably who I probably normally would have went with if I was in a real draft. But again, I want to see how this turns out. We'll see who I can get, but pretty much smashing two more quarterbacks in a row with these next two picks. It'll just be a matter of who I get. So, them boys saying ninth round is definitely true zero QB. So appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. All right. So I know the chat, and this is what sucks sometimes is we have the chat going in the draft with all the drafters. So that's popping off, as well in there, as you guys can see. So there's a lot of action going on in there instead of here. But now that we're doing this more live, people might be in a different setup now if they want to be able to watch and interact at the same time. But we appreciate everyone that is watching right now. And hope you're liking what you're seeing so far. Wish I would have had some more content together, but I just thought, hey, why not? Let's just throw this mock up and we'll stream it. I'm not obviously grading right now. The grades will still be live streamed on Monday for this mock. For those of you that are wondering, and we'll do those grades on Monday, and the PST will be graded on Wednesday. So those will be live streams from now on Mondays and Wednesdays. We've been doing them at 10 o'clock Pacific. If we can get our stuff together a little more, we'll be able to try to move that up a little earlier, or we may just completely jump it up to 6:30 Pacific time and try to live stream it around this time. And we might get a more interaction out of you guys. So it's a lot of fun there. And let's see. So Corinne said, yeah, it's hard because when I'm here, I can't be on there on mobile too. So yeah, man, no worries, dude. You kind of got to watch it. Plus, there's a little delay that goes on as well. So it's not like you could just watch watch it on YouTube and then click over to click over to the draft, or else your pick might be gone. It's only 10-second delay, but you never know. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. So let's see here. So Corin says tomorrow I'm doing a Q&A with Chris Robin. So shout out to Corin. He has he's starting up a channel as well. If you guys don't know, it's an NFL podcast. I'm trying to delay right now so I can get the actual name of it. So hear me out. Give me a second here, Corin, and we'll get you a little shout out here. Let me find out where you are here. Let's see. Sorry for the dead air time, guys. We gotta support these our get right people here, man. If you guys are doing stuff, man, we just want to support you. We know how hard it is to get started in doing this in this industry. But it's a lot of fun, man. I encourage you guys to get out there and just put it out there. As you guys know, this is how we just do it. We just love talking fantasy football, and that's what it's all about. So, don't be afraid to make that jump, man. And if you guys need any help, as you can see here, I love collaborating, with different people. And we'll make it happen. So, without any further ado, Corin, it's the Anything NFL podcast. Check them out on YouTube. Anything NFL podcast. He doesn't have any videos yet, but he is trying to get his first one out. Already has 42 subscribers, so shout out to that. He has a nice little support group. We've been supporting him here, waiting for him to drop his first video, man. So just drop it. The hardest one is the first one, but once you get it out, it's good from there, and you'll just get it done, man. So yeah, so shout out to you there. So let's see, where are we at? Almost coming back to me. Looks like some of the guys I wanted, Goff, Winston, they're kind of gone already. I like you guys sitting here trying to block me. I love it. Keeps me on my toes, man. Keeps me on my toes. Let's see what we got. Make sure you guys can still see the draft board there. And sucks not being in the. I apologize for you guys there in the chat, man. I wish I could be in there, but it's one or the other. I can't be in there on this chat and on the stream at the same time. So that's when it'd be nice to have one of my coworkers here with me. But things happen. I'm sure Frank's getting ready for a fishing trip somewhere. You know how it is. And I'm about to lose my turn here. So let's see who we get. Who's left at quarterback for us? We got a whole bunch of nothing. So let's see if I can even get someone who's starting at least in the beginning of the year, which is going to be Cam Newton. And the only other guy that's going to be probably starting possibly for the whole year, it's going to be Teddy Bridgewater. So we'll go ahead and grab him. I mean, obviously, maybe Jordan Love. Maybe Jimmy G keeps his job. But if I was in this situation, I'd have to go with those guys right there. Probably could have waited a little more just because no one else is probably taking a fourth QB, but just in case, got to do it. All right, so what's Corin saying? What the heck? Sleeper was frozen on the timer when it's clicked down and then went down and then froze on times up. So yeah, man. Sometimes especially if you're going back and forth between YouTube and Sleeper, Sleeper doesn't like you popping in and out of there all the time. As you guys know, a lot of you guys messing me directly on through Sleeper. And, we get to chat and just talk football in there as well, which I love being able to do that. And yeah, so I know when you're clicking in and out of those messages, sometimes I have to shut it down and restart it again. But for the most part, I love this app. It's pretty good. But they've been definitely doing some changes here. So it's getting a little quirky. So it is what it is. All right. So just get it refreshed, Corin. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Let's see. Mike says, Mac Jones. I'm probably going to end up taking him here in the 12th, or with my 12th, the 12-12, if I can. I doubt he'll fall. I mean, he should fall back to me. I don't see any. If anybody does take him, it's just literally to screw with me, which I wouldn't mind. But this is kind of what happens, when people don't get their running backs early, then they just go on a running back run. I'm doing the same thing just with the QBs. So I'm going to have to play kind of QB matchup. I might have to go with Tyrod Taylor here and a Jordan Love or something with my next two picks just to make sure I have enough quarterbacks to finish out the year. So we'll see what happens. Just make my last 5 picks all quarterbacks. That'd be insane, huh? So let's see. So I need probably another receiver here. I only have 3 receivers, so I got to go one more receiver at least. And I doubt my guy is still here. Oh, and he is. We're not going to see anything. We're just going to add him to the queue because I want to see if he actually makes it back to me. But I know a lot of you guys out there listening. Oops, keep this Mac Jones. Get that off of there. I know you guys out there listening to me know who I love down here in this range that I know is not going to probably go here later on. But if I can snag him up, I'm going to be super happy. So love that Henderson pick there, Howie. Loving that. Like that Mike Williams pick too. I had him last year as my wide receiver 4. He had a couple games here and there. Kind of let me down there at the end of the year when I needed him. He just got hurt, just like always. Can't say I was surprised. Let's see. But I'm liking these teams, man. I'm liking how this draft kind of went here. Again, a little different for me. Kind of put me out of my comfort zone a little bit here, not taking those quarterbacks early and often. But I mean, I think the rest of my team is okay, but I'm not loving my quarterbacks. I can already tell you guys what I would be saying about this team if one of you guys would have drafted it. So you guys can throw the hate to me. Tell me when and where I should have picked my quarterback. Should I just went with Burrow there instead of Diggs? I don't know. Kind of like Diggs. So we'll see. Um, who else do we got here? Kind of liking these teams overall, though. So just kind of taking a look here again. We'll just start from Truth Pilot again. I think the last time we were talking about it is when he took that Sermons pick. He came back and took Goff. So like that he has his three quarterbacks here. Has 5 running backs who can get touches. He has two RB1s, true workhorses, and then I don't depending on what you want to say about Chubb, but for the most part they're top running backs. Then we got Edmonds and Sermon and Singletary. Not bad. Henry Barkley. Ryden, you waited a little long there for your third running back, is all I could say, but I'm not going to argue who you have with that receiving core there. That's very nice. But you're going to have to take another running back somewhere. I would not be comfortable starting the year with 3 running backs. Lord of Fancy here. Ooh, nice. He snagged up Love there, snatched him right out from under me. Andrew took Tyrod, got him there. Garoppolo. Oh, and Andrew just snatched Jones right. I didn't even notice that either. So he got Jones. So there's no chance I'm getting him. Let's see. So yeah, liking that team. Adams, Lamb, Godwin. That's and Sutton. That's nice receiving core there, Howie. Corin, like I said, looking good there. I like DJ Chark. Juju's, again, as your wide receiver 4, I think it's fantastic. As far as the value goes there, you're not like relying on them or anything, so should be fine. And I guess it's my pick, so let me. You're going Mills. How'd you know? How'd you know? And Corin says if he comes back, that's who he's taking. I don't think he's going to come back to you. I think that's the only guy left that I have to potentially be a starter here. But for the most part, I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, I might have to go with him just to take the chance there. So we're going to go Davis Mills. And again, shout out to Ryden. The first guy I've seen take this man, I think way back in May. He was calling that shot a long time ago. Might be a year early, but, especially for Dynasty. And let's see. I think my guy's still here, so we'll just grab him from the queue. And as you guys know, this whole draft was sleeping on my guy here. Know your guys. Rashad Bateman in the 13th, man. Loving that as my wide receiver 4. So that's it for me. You guys can see the color coding there. We'll see how Frank and Dustin, take a look at it. I'm sure they're going to say that they know that wasn't, they're going to be like, who drafted that team? So I'm interested to see what they say. Where do we leave off with my other teams, just to kind of give you guys a quick preview? We got Mike. He got his 3 quarterbacks in, got his 4 running backs. Not that big on Gus Bus, but again, a nice piece. If Dobbins goes down, it's great. Again, if Jones goes down, Dylan's going to be great. So again, not too bad. They're more of handcuffs though, instead of depth. Andrew here got his 3 quarterbacks in there. QB 2 and 3 aren't that great, but at least he has them. And otherwise, Kittle, Hill, JT, Jacobs. You guys know I don't like Jacobs as RB2. I prefer him as RB3, RB4 instead. But again, it is what it is. He could ball out. Love Hill, McLaurin, Beckham, Fuller. Nice receiving core there, Andrew. So well done and welcome to Get Right. Our guy here, Wilson. Shout out to Wilson. I think he passed Juju Fruits now. And I think he's brought us 9 new drafters here to Friday Night Mocks, new subscribers to the channel. So I can't thank you enough. And any of you guys out there watching, if you haven't hit the like button or hit the subscribe button, make sure you do that. We would appreciate your support so that we can keep doing this. And yeah, Mike said I watched the show, man. So you know what's going on. You know how it is. And Corin said, "Dang it!" You know when I took Mills there from him, but I already told you he was coming. And he said, "I'll try my best to catch up, but my schedule is tight sometimes." So yeah, man, no worries. Corin, just keep doing you, man. And the fantasy game ain't going anywhere. So got 2 more picks left here in the draft. Mr. Irrelevant coming. Again, I just want to thank all you guys for coming out here today. Friday Night Mocks. This is the place to be. Every Friday, tell your friends if you want to draft against people, have them come out, see if they can outdraft you. I'm sure you probably don't want to tell people about us just because, but we would love that support. We I know how it feels sometimes. You guys don't want to give your league mates the inside knowledge that you have, but again, it definitely helps us out here as well. And we want to just keep bringing you guys good stuff here. So let's see. Oh, shout out to I can't even say your name, man. You're gonna have to give me a phonetic spelling on that one. But he said shout out to Schmuck for bringing me in. So again, big shout out to Craig Schmuck, Schmucker. Make sure you follow him, FF Schmucker, on Twitter. So go check him out. Writes for the OT Heroics. Tell 67 saying great draft, guys. Alfrecht, I guess maybe that's what I'm going with, man. Maybe that's what it is. But we appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming out here to the stream, even though you're not drafted, man. Appreciate you coming and supporting the channel. Corin, FR, not sure exactly what that means. For real, maybe. I don't know. I'm not hip. I'm too old for all that. And Alfrecht, oh, you said I got it right. There it is, man. We get right here on Get Right, man. That's how it goes. So again, look at this, man. Competitive drafters, this is what we do. This is the place to be on Friday. Remember to check us out on YouTube. I know most of you guys are already subscribers. Again, tell your friends. And oh yeah, he says it was for real. See, I'm just too old for that, Corin. I'm a little too old, my guy. Tell's laughing at me here. So yeah, man, again, we appreciate it. Again, check out the website, getrightff.com for our rankings. There's also a spot there where you guys can purchase your Get Right t-shirts. We have those available. I think Dustin's been designing a bunch of other Get Right stuff as well, socks and this and that. But yeah, man, if you guys do end up buying anything on there, let us know when you get it. Take a picture, send it to us. We would love to see it, man. And other than that, we're going to call it a night. I got one more draft to go here in a couple hours for the EST. We'll see if we'll live stream that one as well. I don't know. If I'm feeling, up for it, we'll go ahead and do it. Otherwise, I'm sure most of you guys have tuned out by now. But if you're still here, we appreciate it, man. See you guys in a couple hours. Friday Night Mocks. This is Get Right Fantasy Network. Rasta out.